G'day aquarists, I'm Cam the Fish Guy. Welcome to Gallery Aquatica Salisbury. I'm here at our new store and we've made some big developments in the progress to becoming ready for our opening in 5 weeks time. We're going to run you through what we've done and what we're going to do before we're ready to open our new store. Possibly the biggest development that we've made towards getting ready to open the store is the fact that we've finally got water in our coral system. Now, as you can see, our coral system comprises of 3 tanks. The main tank at the back, which feeds into the 2 smaller, more shallow tanks. And having water in this system really is a key aspect of becoming ready to open the store, because we want to have as much time with the water running as possible so that we can ensure that the water chemistry is perfect for when we start to add the corals in. Now, the other thing which we've done to get this system ready is we've got our light racks in place. We have 3 radion rails, 1 above each of the tanks, and the next step is going to be putting the lights on this system. However, before we do that, we also have to clad the cabinetry around the tanks, and that's happening tomorrow. And that's why you can see we've got all this Saluka board. These are the pieces that are going to hide the frames of our stands and finish it off beautifully. We have a 2 sump system. We still have some work to do on our sumps to make them perfectly ready. We haven't hooked up our skimmer yet. We've got it sitting in place. It's a large octo external. And we've also decided to go with a shelf under this tank here. So we're going to be able to display a heap of substrates, coral sands, gravels, things like that, right under here, nice and convenient. And that's a new development that we've only just done. So our coral system is really coming along. Next time you see it, it'll be really schmick and beautiful, but having it full with water really makes me happy, and we finally feel like we're getting somewhere with this whole shop. But let's have a look at some of the other things which we've changed since the last video. Something that a lot of people already know is that at our new store, Gallery Aquatica Salisbury, we're going to be having not only salt water, but fresh water too. And this is going to be our freshwater display tank. It's going to be a fully planted tank. We've already got our hardscape in place. This will probably change slightly depending on exactly how Tom wants it. We're going to have it as a full CO2 system, but what you may notice is that this tank is actually a Cade Peninsula designed for a marine tank. So we're going to do a video series on this tank. We're going to take you through all the steps that we take to turn this Cade Peninsula marine tank into a full freshwater planter tank. It's going to be a really exciting series, and having it in what is effectively the center of our freshwater section, I think it's going to look really good. Being able to view the tank from the 3 sides will also make a big difference. And we're also going to be showing another freshwater display tank series called Jake's Jungle, which is a similar peninsula tank to this, but a little bit bigger. So we're really excited about this tank. And another change that we've made in the center of our freshwater section is our workbench. So let's just have a quick look at that. So it probably says a little something about me, the fact that I'm excited enough about a workbench to show you. However, for me, this is exciting. We have a 6 foot by 700 wide workbench in the middle of our freshwater section, and it's going to be perfect for bagging up fish and corals. It's also very close to our coral section, but we've never had this amount of space before. At Wynnum we have a small little bagging station. It's in an awkward position, and I can't wait to work on this bench. We're going to have it clad with the Saluka board. We'll probably have some removable trolleys underneath. We'll have our bags and our oxygen gun and all sorts of things. But for me, this is very exciting. And the other thing, which is probably not exciting for a lot of other people, but for me it's exciting, is we have our new freezer right here. Very easy to access, and it's a tall, large freezer. We're going to have so much frozen food that we're never going to run out, hopefully. But I'm really excited about this. Let's have a look at something which is a little bit more exciting, our marine display tank, because we have changed this position. Let's check it out. This is one of the changes that we've made since the last video. We're going to have our marine display tank in front of the counter. Now, it might seem like a little bit of an unusual position for it, but the reasoning is that it's the first thing you see as you walk through the door, but also we have an otherwise dead space in this area, and it'll give us the opportunity to have something behind, maybe stock behind the tank. It also gives us a perfect place for the chiller, which is going to be under the counter on the other side. But this is going to be another one of the video series that we do. I'm toying with the idea of Storybook Reef. Haven't quite worked out what we're going to call it, but it's definitely going to be one of the most exciting things about this store. Now, we've got 5 weeks before we open. We're opening on August 21st. So we need to make sure that this tank is running and at least has a few fish and corals in it before we open, so that people can appreciate how good it's going to look. We've got to start putting together the equipment for this tank, and we're getting Shed Boy to escape it. So that'll happen next week, probably fill it the following week. That gives us 3 weeks to start to put some stock into the tank. Let's have a look at a couple of the other changes just down this way. This is the part of the store that's really holding up the progress. Our marine fish system is in a state of disrepair. It's really holding up everything. We've got to plumb this tank, this system. We've got to get our sumps ready. We've got 5 weeks to do it. I'm really stressed about this. We have slightly changed the position of a couple of things. We've got our water tank on the other side, and we've pulled our marine fish system across to the right. And that does bring us to the next thing that we've been doing updates each step of the way. Let's have a look at the paludarium and the moss wall. I think that the plants in both of these 2 tanks have grown significantly since the last time we were here. So let's have a quick look at those. It'll be interesting to watch these videos back to see the progress of our moss wall, because the moss to me looks like it's grown significantly since the last time we were here, which I think was only a week or 2 ago. It's almost at the point that it's entirely covering the wall. Now, we don't have the mister on at the moment because, of course, the mist or the fog falls down over the moss. Looks really good, but we've left it off so that you can see exactly how much growth we've got, the different types of moss, and it's really starting to look very nice, as is our paludarium. Now, Tom's done a water change on our paludarium, and he's added a fish as well, which is quite interesting. Let's have a look. The fish is a really secretive little wild caught betta, and at the moment I can't even see him. He's hiding, I think he's hiding in the back left corner, but we're going to get a female for him, so we'll have a pair, and this is the perfect environment for bettas. Of course, they're able to breathe the air, so they don't need strong water movement like other fish, but the paludarium is looking really, really good. A recap on what we've looked at today, the developments that we've made and the improvements that we've done are, we've filled the coral system with water. We've got the filtration working. I'm very happy with the fact that there's no leaks with the plumbing or anything like that. We've also got our bagging station set up, nice and big, lots of space, the same as the counter behind us. We've got so much space. It's going to be very different to our Wynnum store. We've also got our freshwater display tank, butted up to the bagging station. It's going to look really good. We're going to spend a lot of time and effort getting the plants perfect, and that's a tank that will be unlike anything we've ever brought you before. We've got our freezer in place, we've got some other stands set up, our Dimax stands are looking really good. So we have finally made some improvements and developments, and we're getting closer to a point that we can say that we're ready to open the new store. So next time we see you, hopefully we'll have a marine display tank that's aquascaped, full of water, and the video series started on that. Hopefully we'll also have the freshwater display tank in a similar situation. But we'll bring you more episodes of Gallery Aquatica Salisbury in the future. Thank you so much for watching Gallery Aquatica TV. I'm Cam the Fish Guy. Happy fish keeping.